See, sometimes it takes too much focus. Sometimes it takes too much prep work to get this stuff set up. Essentially, creating a video about it seems kind of pointless, but you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. Here I go. Got the hammer. So while I'm doing this, I'll tell you guys a story time, because instead of just doing a time lapse, I maybe should explain something else about this. So the last time I set up this setup, focus. There we go. Yay. Yeah. The amount of times I put up not only this backdrop, but there's another backdrop that's the same exact size, consistently. It was for a project called Big Talk, Small World, Pure Intuition. And so hang on, I have to find nails. Got my lovely nails, you can't really, whoopsies, dropped. The last time I had to set these up was because I lived downtown Minneapolis, and I had to set up, I had to do a takedown and setup every single time I interviewed someone. So all 14 of those interviews that you maybe saw that I conducted, I just need to get up on the chair first so I can get this. Okay, there we go. So what I did was I had to whoopsies, I just dropped it. So what I did, I had to iron this setup every single time, because I mean, as you can see, it's kind of semi-wrinkly, and I just took this out of one of my closets because I decided that it was time to set this up and start making videos again. The logistics behind those interviews took quite some time, and the reason they took time was because of the setup of the process. When you're setting up a project to make the setup come to life, that's a whole other process that you have to consider and think about. And some of you are probably wondering, well, Rachel, why don't you just buy a backdrop? Good question. Well, the problem is that when you're on a budget, which I currently definitely am right now. Oh gosh, am I gonna run into a problem here? You know what I did? Shoot. Okay, I see what I did. All right, I'm just gonna redo it real quick. I did this backwards. I completely forgot about the fact that one of these sheets has a completely cut off, non-frayed side to it to make backdrop look a little bit smoother, because, I mean, you can't see from there, but this side, it's kind of frayed on the sides, and I don't want that, and also it takes a lot of effort to make things look good. So again, I think I covered the reason why I'm not doing with the metal frame. It's expensive, and then if I were to do the lighting on top of the back, that's like $400. That's a lot of money. Let's get this. I'm doing a horrible job of talking and doing this at the same exact time, which is typical. It takes quite a bit of concentration. So the sheet that I'm using, I guess, for the logistics of this, it's all frayed. You can see it's frayed. I had to iron this every single time I interviewed someone, see how wrinkly that is. And then there's stains on it. I mean, I've got my money's worth out of it. It only cost me a total of about 40 bucks. Again, do what you can. I keep looking at this because I feel like it's not focusing. Okay, let's try this again. 2, 3. The thing about interviews is that there's a lot of manual labor that goes into this stuff that people do not think about. And if you're willing to put in the manual labor to get things looking good and get stuff done, awesome. Tip? Hang on. Ow! Oh, I just stepped on what's that thing called on the hammer? Not the head, but the other side. Ow. Okay, tip time. Ready? Tip for you. I bought an iron. That was part of the cost of this setup because I tried using a steamer for this backdrop. It's not sufficient enough. This material is so thick, you're gonna need an actual iron to make this backdrop so that it doesn't have any wrinkles in it. If you don't have an iron, but you have a steamer, I wouldn't want to be you. That's all I have to say about that. Another thing is that these backdrops, they cost anywhere from $100 if you wanted to have a specific design on it, I mean, you can get one for pretty cheap, $100, but if you're doing it for your own personal promotional reasons, you're gonna end up copying up. So that's approximately anywhere from 150, I'm guessing on this, but it's approximately 150 for the metal frame piece of it, another $100 for whatever backdrop you want to have printed, or you just buy artwork at maybe, I don't know, a local art show. And in addition to that, if you want a good camera that's gonna do a manual focus for you, that's gonna be, I mean, you can probably shoot on your iPhone, and I would recommend it. I mean, the camera that I have on my phone is not great, so I don't use it as often because it doesn't have a great autofocus feature on it. It's PS, I have a Samsung Galaxy Note 5, I think. Okay, ow! I just nailed my thumb. Nailed it. PS, this setup has taken 23 minutes. At the end of the day, it's all personal preference on what kind of a setup and a backdrop you want. Now comes the fun part. I gotta tape the sides down a little bit. I feel. Got this iron from Target for 16 bucks. It's either that or spend, I think it was more like $13. It's either that or spend $30 on an iron to make sure that this stays flat. One thing that I understand though about quality is that if you choose to invest in a product up front, you're probably gonna reap the benefits. Ironing is everyone's favorite part, right? Yikes, I really truly am gonna need lighting, but I'm gonna adjust this for a second here. I think that looks pretty darn good. What do you guys think? Yeah? Cool, so that's gonna be my studio setup. I've got natural lighting right here that's popping in, but I do need lights. I know I need lights. That's not gonna happen for a little while though, so. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna keep going. I've got a video that I definitely need to make. And the sun came out! Look at how bright it's got! And my thing just adjusted too. Okay. And P.S. the video is about a conference that I went to in Seattle, Washington. Woo! So I'm not 100,000% sure how I feel about it. 100,000, yeah, not 100%, 100,000%. I created a piece in a class that I took for my web course certification, and this is a drawing that I created based on symbols that my professor gave us at the time. So, and the idea was to take all of those symbols, not all of these symbols, okay. So there were a variety of symbols that were available to us, and I had to figure out what symbols I wanted to use as characters. And the idea is Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack came down and lost his crown, I think, and Jill fell soon thereafter. And then that's the ending right there. So there's that piece. Another piece that we had to create was we had to design our names with one letter. One had to be sans serif and one had to be serif. So this was a result of that. What I ended up doing was I created this. And we had specific marker colors that we had to use, that we had to buy for this class. I don't know what the point of it was, if it was because the colors that she chose were a neutral color, I have no idea. But I'm gonna put this piece of art on there and try and do something different with it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it look visually presentable, so that it's not just a plain white backdrop. I don't know. I worked hard on this stuff. That one took me a full day to make. That one took me an entire weekend to make. Because I had to draw this out, and I also had to, and I'm really proud of that artwork, so. I I guess I'll just tape it a different way. And that's how I set up my backdrop.